Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 24 of Saving Schalke. After the disappointing episode in the last two against Bayern Munich and then Chelsea in the Champions League final, I'm coming back for a fourth season. So I've done a few transfers since we last met. So I've brought in Michael Müller on a permanent deal from Borussia Mönchengladbach after a loan deal that I had that wasn't too successful. It does look like he's going to be full of potential, so I've bought him for 18.25 million, which was an optional fee that I had agreed with them during the loan. Then I've brought in Fabian Schmidt from Sturm Graz in Austria. So that was a deal worth 15 million, I think it was totally. But you just look at the stats that he possesses, like 16 passing, 15 marking, first touch 15. Disappointing that his pace, acceleration, jumping reach and strength are so low, but we can work on them and try and improve all of them. But he looks like he's going to be a fantastic centre mid in the future, so he'll definitely be getting some game time. Juan Sandez, so we bought him from River Plate for 6.5 million. He is a left back. This was already agreed, but you look at him and you think he's fantastic. He's a wonder kid left back, so he will be definitely getting a lot of game time this season. Then I brought in Santos, so he's coming from Flamengo, is that? For 25 million, 27-year-old centre back. Tackling, technique, passing, positioning, 6'2", first touch, great heading. I think he's going to be a fantastic centre back for us this season. So considering that we bought him for 25 million, he's in and around the 60 million mark range. Then we brought in Anel. I can't pronounce his surname, but 6'5" centre back. Not as good stats wise, but you do look at him and you do think he's going to be a fantastic overall centre back. He'll be playing a lot this year, whether that's with Kevin or with Santos, or Santos with Kevin, I don't know at the moment. But then we've brought in Niv Sharvit. He's an 18-year-old Israeli, 6 caps. He's a left-footed right back, so I will automatically try and put him into a right attacking mid inverted winger. So we brought him in for 2.5 million and he's already up to 30 to 37 million mark. Quite good player already, 2.5 star, and got some good stats here and there. And then the final one is another centre back, Luther Koza, 2-star ability, 3.5, 4.5 potential. Nowhere near as good as the other centre-backs, but considering he's had 14 caps for South Africa at the age of 18, I thought it was quite a good deal. He does want to be a regular starter, which I don't think will happen, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. And bringing him in for only 500k, I did think it was a no-brainer. But in terms of outs, you look at some of these outs. So we've lost Can. Never really used him on a free transfer. Bogus kicked up a fuss after bringing him on a free transfer. We sold him for 2.5 million. Loaned out Christian Mosquera, and then finally we sold Malik to Cologne for 3.3 million. Just wanted to get him away from the club as I knew that we had so many centre backs coming in. But in terms of other signings that we're looking to bring in, another youngster, Jose Blanco, currently at All Boys in Argentina, but he looks like a fantastic youngster, 2-star already from the small little scouting that I've done. We'll be trying to convert him to an inside forward on the left-hand side. Then Matthias Niera, fantastic centre attacking mid, 16 years old, from Independiente, or however you pronounce that, in the Argentinian leagues. Nicola Palestro, striker in Belgium. Looks fantastic, 15-year-old, so obviously they'll have to wait until they're 18 before they can join us. Then already confirmed ones, we've got Lucas Almeida, left back, and overall looks okay, but for cheap money you can't really say no to this. This guy's in on a free. Overall looks like there could be a work done with him. And finally Thiago Rodrigo, another striker, looks better than the other guy, but it's sort of a no-brainer when you're paying such little money for some players to bring them in. But in today's episode we'll be playing against Bayern Munich, trying to get some revenge in the Supercup, as they finished top of the league and we finished second. It will be one of those where we'll be looking to get one over on them. So in goal we've got Georgie, Wagnerman at right back, Santos, Kevin, Ruggieri, because where is he? Sandez is currently injured. Then I'm going to try Smith in centre midfield next to Mariba, giving a rest to Christopher Scott, Demir, Michael Muller, Sane and Sesko. Sane is the one position that I haven't replaced yet, but we're going to have to see how he gets on in the first few games of this season. We've still got plenty of time in the transfer window to bring in someone to replace him, and that's what I'll be looking to do. I fully expect Bayern Munich to come with a fully strength side here today, and they've got a bit of rotation going on. They've got the likes of Vlahovic, Musiala, Leroy Sané, Sabitzer, Muller, Goretzka, Davis. Never heard of the two centre-backs, Valentini and Mingueza, Kimmich and then Castagnier. I don't know which way this game is going to go. We can just hope that for us it's going to be a positive victory in this game today. First highlight here with Kimmich throwing in the corner for them, playing it up to Thomas Müller, back to Kimmich. Sabitzer on the ball in the central midfield area, no one really pressing him. Goretzka back to Mingueza, up to Sabitzer, finds Vlahovic. We don't let him turn, but plays it back to Sabitzer. Goretzka plays it back to Valentini. Sabitzer, they're keeping the ball very nicely here. Tried to play it over the top of Wagnerman, but he recovers quickly and plays it into Smith. Back to Santos, up to Mariba. Michael Muller here, through to Sesko. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, has a shot, but their goalkeeper is equal to the opportunity and it goes out for a corner. So we'll be looking to score from this corner here. Ruggieri with the corner in. Santos, and it's a goal. Fantastic header by Santos there to make it 1-0 to Schalke even before the 10-minute mark. So it's a fantastic ball in from Ruggieri, and that's the one thing that we are going to miss if we do decide to play Sandez, is the corners coming in. But Santos, fantastic leap above everyone and guides the header into the back stick. Coming up to the 15-minute mark, Kimmich into Leroy Sané, over to Sabitzer. Going to try and find Alphonso Davies, who's currently injured in real life. Fantastic prospect for Canada and Bayern Munich. I think he's a fantastic left-back in real life. But Sabitzer has a shot there and it loops over to Kimmich on the right-hand side. Trying to beat his man and plays it back to Leroy Sané. We get a block in again and it falls to Michael Muller. Plays the ball towards Sesko, who's going to try and run and beat his man, which it looked like he has. Driving towards penalty area, has a shot, but it's a tame effort and the keeper saves it easily. Sano with the corner here. Ball comes in. Sesko wins a header this time, and that is 2 goals from 2 corners for us today. So it's a fantastic that we're making the most of set pieces today. Sane with the lovely corner floated in. Sesko leaps above everyone and headers that into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Schalke. About 24 minutes into the game, but from the restart, Musiala on the left hand side into Davis, back to Musiala, plays it to Sabitzer, into Goretzka, Thomas Müller here, slots it through to Leroy, and unfortunately that chance was offside. They've got a throw in our final third, but they play it all the way back to Valentini here, to Goretzka, to Spitzer, Vlahovic, who has just made a in real life transfer to Juventus, so it's going to be fantastic to see Juventus with the top striker again. Davis puts the ball in, but Kevin plays it back to Georgie and comfortably clears the ball, but they're coming straight back at us. But yes, Vlahovic has made a transfer to Juventus. Looks like he's going to make a real difference. He's already torn it up in the and Leroy Sané has just slotted it past our goalkeeper there to make it 2-1. But Vlahovic has already made an impact on Serie A with Fiorentina. So let's see if he can continue that for Juventus in real life. But Sabitzer plays it into Thomas Müller here, who finds a gap between Regari and Kevin for Leroy Sané to run through and slot it past Georgie in our goal. Going into half-time here, they've had more chances, but overall on XG you look at it and you think it's a very even game. But going into the half-time break, we were actually 2-1 up, which is a fantastic result. If we can keep it this way, it will give us confidence. It will be the first silverware that we've won bar the Bundesliga 2 if we do pull off a victory today. So let's hope we can keep hold of this scoreline with time slowly going away, but let's hope that we can score another to put us in a more comfortable position, and we could do that here with a highlight in Mariba, out to Regari, driving forward with it, has to cut back and play it into Sidi Sane, through to Michael Müller, across to Sesko, and that is a fantastic chance, but Valentini gets in the way of it and it goes out for a corner, which Sane is going to take once again. Sesko, but it only falls to Valentini, who plays it long to Leroy Sane. Corner for Bayern Munich with Kimmich here. Ball comes in, and I don't know who won the header, but it goes over the top of the bar, and we were quite lucky there that it's not 2-2. But I'm going to make a few changes here. Let's go back to that highlight. Vlahovic wins the header and it's just wide. So I can comfortably make a few changes here. I'm going to bring on Anel. And Demir's also not had a great game. So I'll bring on Ransford Yeboah on the right hand side. But Valentini's got it back here. Plays it into Sabitzer. Playing it between their midfield three and Valentini. So I also think that Neuer did retire in the summer. So that is one plus, that Bayern Munich won't have a fantastic goalkeeper in Manuel Neuer anymore. But as you can see, that they've still got a very strong side. Sesko with the ball in, Sesko with a header, from a ball in from Demir. Last action for him, and it's just over the top of the bar. With 15 minutes of the game left to go, I'm going to bring on Christopher Scott to try and secure that midfield. Schmidt has had a fantastic game on a 7.2. Better than Mariba, but we'll see how Scott gets on in the closing minutes of the game. Hernandez have got a throw in here into Leroy Sané. Back out to Hernandez on the left hand side, but gives it away to Scott, and then Wagnerman gives it away again. But we clear it up to Ransford Yeboah on the right hand side. Ball over the top for Sesko. 1-on-1 with the keeper, but they get a block in, and it looks like he was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted if it did hit the back of the net. closing few moments here. It has been an even game. Both of us have had some good chances. They've had more chances, but in terms of XG, we've just edged it. They've had a bit more possession than us. But that is the 93rd minute, and there we are. We have won the Super Cup. So it's fantastic to win some sort of silverware bar the Bundesliga 2. I think that's Kevin going to lift the trophy. Played an important part in last season. Hopefully he'll play another important part this year. But here we are. We have won the Super Cup. It's a fantastic achievement for Schalke. To get one over on Bayern Munich, who won the league and the cup last year. So hopefully we can win one of them this year after beating them in this game. But only time will tell when it comes to it. But after saying that Sane was one of our weak links, he had a fantastic game against Bayern Munich in that game. So, might not have to look to move him on or replace him. But I think I'll come back for the away game against Borussia Dortmund and the home game to Eintracht Frankfurt after the transfer window has concluded as well. So I'll show you all of the transfers that I've fully done after that. But if you have enjoyed, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and check our Instagram below where Elliot's doing a new Milton save just through the Instagram stories. So that would be fun to keep on top of. But apart from that, I'll see you next time.